This is Admiral McGoy coming at you again, trying to offer some solutions to the taser problems that police officers are starting to run into. So I want to bring to you a little bit of advice where a lot of people might think it doesn't sound sound, but I'm going to bring it to you just like it was brought to me when I was going through school. In the military, there is a meter called a multimeter. You can set it to measure volts, current, or resistance. Okay. Also capacitance and frequency if they are digital. Okay. These multimeters test a human body's resistance. What we would do in engineering school when I was in the Navy, we would lick the tip of our fingers and hold the meter and just test our resistance. It's harmless. It uses a 9-volt battery, most of them, and you hold the ends of it and it will tell you how many ohms you have. Ohms is the measuring for resistance. So, when you find out what your resistance is, what you need to understand is how much voltage will it take to create 1 milliamp to kill you, okay, or to harm you, or to anyone else. Now, you don't want to learn this so you can be some crazy nutcase going out there. This is so that you can also help alleviate, harm and injury to others, okay? The information is useful in understanding that a human body does have resistance. It's going to have body mass, weight, body fat, how much salt content is in the person, because salt conducts electricity. If they're wet and they're sweaty, that's even worse. Okay, so we want to have some knowledge about current and electricity going through a human body. Okay, so when we figure that out and how much current is going to take, and there's nothing that we can do about it. Now, the guns are designed to give only 5 seconds to try to reduce harm, and sometimes 3 is not long enough, and 1 might just scare them, and then they're still back active being wrong. Okay. The 5 seconds is a good limit. But what we want our officers to understand is to basically estimate time versus the amount of voltage. Okay? The amount of voltage that we have is good because it's designed to stop a big guy like me or even bigger, hopefully. Okay? Some people are, somewhat immune to this thing. Sometimes they can resist. Okay, because they have a higher resistance. Therefore, the current doesn't bother them as much. But for those who have a lower resistance, since they do have a lower resistance, and we want to anticipate that amount of that resistance by their size, if you knew what it takes to put you down through training when you were getting shocked with this thing, okay, it was the full 5 seconds for me. Well, now, I suggest to our officers, and what we train with is that, we have this capability. We can turn it on, and we can turn it off. Turn it on, turn it off. So when we're using this weapon, or this defensive tool, I don't want to call it a weapon because it's not a weapon. The only thing that makes a weapon is how the person uses it, okay? But this tool, okay? We have the power and capability to decide how much current this person might need. So when we are actually engaged, okay, and we have it on, and we have it, and when we fire for 5 seconds, we can actually turn it off at 3. Job done. Man down, handcuff, subdue. Okay? So, on, off. So you can reduce the time to reduce the damage. Okay? Now, I would like to make a suggestion to the designer of Taser. Okay? What you can do is figure out a way to make a variable rheostat inside for feedback. Okay? Let's say it's actually measuring the current when it's going through the individual. Then maybe we can put some sort of technology that will reduce the amount of voltage only to cause that person to decapacitate. Or, better yet, we can have an adjustable rheostat that will estimate the possible body weight, where we could just maybe like bring the voltage down. A little bit of Star Trek stuff, turn the phaser up to maximum, set it to minimum, stun only. We could create that. And hopefully we're already up on it. But I'm working on that idea myself. So, hey, use your taser wisely. And that way we don't have any unjust deaths or accidental deaths or, just good, wholesome law enforcement, security enforcement, and getting the job done. Easy without a lot of damage. I hope this suggestion is good. I hope it helps somebody to just reduce the time. Instead of 5 seconds, 3 seconds. It's counting for us every single time we can see it. Off. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000 off. So, 3 seconds if they're smaller than you. Okay? That'll make it safe judgment. Admiral McCoy out.